Back, part 10. Oh, I can't believe that, part 10. Well, left you off the last time with the weathering, putting the pipes in, reinforcing the roof. Now we're into wiring. One of the most hated things I hate to do, okay? But this is going together okay. There, and I'll switch you over and let you see what I'm doing. Alright, as you can see here, I've got started. Let me do a close-up here. Maybe give you a little bit better shot. What I'm doing, and I'm going to take you to the next one. I've got, let me get a pointer here. I got this one, and this one over here, which is kind of not in the camera view. Done. Okay. And the hard part for me, let me get over here like this, and maybe lower that down just a little bit. Is what I'm doing, I got to cut this wire off, unbraid it, and then let me get one of these ready. Solder this little harness that comes with it. Here you can see it got the diode in it. I know this isn't, I didn't know any really good way to do this. Alright, and I got to solder them to it, which you can see. Come back up here. This is pretty good. You can see I'd already done that on these and shrink wrapped them. And then I feed them through, come down, and I'm going to put them all together. I got these little clippy doodaddies. Oh, these, let me. Oh yeah, this will be some editing. I got these nice little clippy doodaddies I got from Wish a long time ago, and I'm all done. I'll have two wires coming out this end. Everything else is going to feed in to that end, and then I'll secure it inside the building with the two wires coming down and going to it, which will make it easy for Robert if he ever has to change one or whatever. Alright, now the reason you ain't seeing me solder and everything on this, it's frustrating as it is, let alone to have someone watching me doing it. But I'll be back when I got them all done. Oh, and then I taped down the rods. So let me show you underneath here. Put this up here for now. Let me take and adjust the camera. Sorry if it makes you a little sick, but you see what they look like down, see? And I might even go as far as to light one of them up here. Let me see here. Let's be right with you. Alright, you ready? Okay, here it comes. Ta-ta! I think that looks pretty cool. Let me see if I can get another one delayed up here. Let's do this. Watch it be the one on the other side. Of course. Oh, I quit. I ain't doing it. This is... I gave you the general idea. I think it looks pretty cool lit up here. Spin this around. Whoop. I guess I have to put the battery up here. Spin this around. Not bad, huh? Yeah, not bad at all. Alrighty, back when we got more. Alright, I got them. Look at that mess. Now this is the overhang turned upside down. I got all the wires fed through, all soldered, which that was a job. Took a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm not the best solderer in the world. And them little teeny weeny wires is just rough. So now I gotta sort this mess out, put it all together, and figure out how it's gonna go in underneath. Okay? Be back when I got some progress here. What a mess, huh? Not bad. Yeah, that was a big one. Pretty impressive, if I must say so myself. I can't even believe it. Look how cool. Oh, yeah. That looks pretty cool. I must say so myself. Thank you. Back to work. Okay, folks. Here we are. We're back with the picture again. And the next thing I'm going to work on is this little piece of trim right there. And you wouldn't think that would be such a big deal. But you cannot buy a piece of already made up trim like that, so I have to make it. And that's teeny weeny when you look at it. Gotta go right there. It's, yeah. And to put these little bumps in there that you see there, it's definitely a challenge, as you were going to see. I'll be right back with you. Okay. To use these, to make these, sorry. To make these, I'm using Evergreen item number 119, okay, which are, you can see the sizes there, and they look kind of like that. Alright, strips. And for the bumps on the inside, I'm using Evergreen item number 102. You see the size, and buddy, they are not for big fat fingers, but we're making it work, as you will see. Now, how I'm doing this is I'm laying the little thin this little thing right here on top of this little thing in 2 spots. I'm going to put them at, I measured it out. It's a half, if you look on the scale here, it's half of whatever that is, a centimeter, millimeter, meter, metric, whatever it is. All right. And which I was never good at with at school, but it's a half. All right. And that will be the top one. And then I'll flip it over and I'll measure again a half and glue the other one on. And when I'm all done, it comes out. Now, this is an experimental one that I was working on, and I'll go into it a little bit more, but it comes out like that. Now, what I did is I painted this already. I was going to paint it up so that I'd have a finished example. And I noticed everywhere that I'd glued, I had little bumps. So now what I did is I sanded, and I'm trying to get the little glue areas taken care of. All right. It's tedious. Yes, it's a pain in the neck. But if I want to look good and accurate as possible, I don't know any other way of doing it, so this is what I'm doing. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I got the strip all into place, and I am going to try to tack this into place. And I'm going to do this, I think, a little differently than what I did the last time. Yep. So I don't have to sand as much. And believe me, this isn't very easy to sand either. But now I know what you're thinking. Why don't you put a bead the whole way down? Well, because that little thin piece of styrene moves. Even clamped, it still moves. If you tack it first, this is just trying to do this as gentle. And I think before I put the other piece on, I'll sand it. You know? Well, we'll let that set up and see what we got. And go from there. Alright. As you can see, I got the other one on. Boy, this one really battled me. Yeah, them big fingers, you know. Thank goodness the good Lord gave us fingernails. Because I fingernailed that thing back into place. It was a bear because the glue was still wet from gluing the other side, and it was sticking as quickly as I was putting it down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let that set up a little bit because it kind of tacked it, and then I'm going to try to glue it a little better, and then let it dry, and then I'm going to go over it with some sandpaper and see what I come up with. All right. All right. After the glue dries, you sand off the bumps. I added a thin coat of just gray primer, and as you can see, but it's coming out, it's still wet. Or I'd pick it up and show you. I can maybe try to lower this down and let you see a little closer. But I think it's going to turn out all right. And it'll give me the simulation of the real thing. Is it perfect? By no means. Is it satisfactory? Oh yeah, I think so. After I get it all painted up with the, I got an aluminum paint. Yeah. Flat aluminum, and that's what I'm going to end up painting it. And we'll go from there. And that being said, give me one last shot there. And that being said, I think we're going to end this one, which got kind of long. This will end part 10. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here, so things are going to start moving fast. Part 11, I don't know, I haven't started it yet, but from what I can see, we're going to be moving into the last little bits here. This is where it's going to all have to start coming together. So I thank you for your patience. I know it's been between parts, it seems like a long time, but you know what? I have real life too. So that's been keeping me, you know, in the summertime, and you got grass to mow, and which I don't do much of that anymore. I got grandchildren that seem to make sure that they get it, or my son-in-law, one of the two. They're good people. I've just got errands I got to run. I got to go to the doctors, take my wife to the doctors. We go. I don't have to. Just going on, but I got church. I do a lot of functions at the church. I stay very active in the church. That, since I don't have a job anymore, that's my job, and serve the Lord. And so that's what I'm doing. So thank you for watching, and may the good Lord shine upon you, walk with you, protect you in everything that you do. And I'll see you for part 11. This is a long series, so I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you, and God bless.